Hello, and welcome to this inaugural edition of the Principal's Corner, a collaboration of school principals, the school district, and the Riviera Beach City Council District 3. I'm your host, Chairwoman Tonya Davis-Johnson, and the purpose of the Principal's Corner is to provide an opportunity for our principals to share information about the programs and initiatives presented at their schools to the parents, residents, and local community partners. For this edition, joining us today is Principal Robin L. Brown of West Riviera Elementary, and later in the segment, we will be joined by Principal Katrina Granger of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary. Welcome, Principal Brown, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for allowing me to be here so that you can hear about all of the great things that are happening at West Riviera Elementary School.
Wonderful. Please take a few minutes to share your professional journey to principalship at West Riviera.
Okay. After graduating from Twin Lakes High School right here in the city of West Palm Beach, I matriculated at Florida A&M University. After graduating with my bachelor's from Florida A&M, I pursued teaching in Broward County. I taught in Broward County many years and became an assistant principal there. Stayed there for about 18 years, then moved to Orlando where I did assistant principal and principalships for about 7 years. Got an opportunity to come home, spend some time with my dad and my family, and lead West Riviera into greatness just last August. So more than 25 years of progressive experience as an administrator, and I'm just happy, humbled, and honored to lead the work at West Riviera.
That is an awesome story. Your father is a former city commissioner
Yes.
from West Palm Beach, Mr. Robbie Littles.
Yes, he is.
Absolutely. Tell us about the number of students that you serve and the curriculum that you plan for them, which is to help them reach their personal and educational potential. Tell us a little bit about that.
Currently, West Riviera has about 600 students, a little under that. We operate from the Florida standards that are set forth by the Florida Department of Education. Our main curriculum resource that we use for ELA, English Language Arts, and reading and writing, and math is iReady. What we do at West Riviera is that we take children where they are, how they come in the door, and we diagnose what they need academically and socially. And we work to help students come up to the standard they need to be for the specific grade level. And that occurs through direct teacher instruction. It occurs through support in the classroom. It occurs through tutoring in the afternoon and on the Saturdays. Again, our belief is that when we really support children and we really diagnose their strengths and their opportunities for growth, that they can excel when instruction is appropriate, effective, and we have the right people on board providing that instruction.
So you mentioned the right people on board. Talk to us a little bit about the team that you've assembled to help you carry out the goals and initiatives of West Riviera.
I do have a very capable team that consists of an assistant principal, Mr. Willie Nelson, also a single school culture coordinator, Mr. Tara Simmons. Also, we have our guidance counselor, Miss Anjanette Clemens Dozier, who helps us. We have Miss Moore, who is our ELL contact, but she also has experience in reading, so she helps us immensely. We also have support from our North Region office under the direction of our regional superintendent, Dr. Camille Coleman, who has people from her office that have experience in ELA content, math content, science content that are assigned to our school that help us really help our students and our teachers be their very best.
Wow. So let's take a minute and talk about the fifth grade class took a trip
Mm-hmm.
to Disney.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Talk to us about that and the reason for the trip.
Well, I believe in giving children opportunities. And as I talk to the students at West Riv, many of them have not been out of the city. Um, just so happens, Attorney Michael Brown, who is a friend of my father's, called my dad and said, "Hey, have Robin get in touch with me." And I called him and he said, "Look, I want to be able to help the kids at your school and at the 4 elementary schools in the city of Riviera to go to Disney World." And it came from him taking his own grandchildren to Disney World and them having the opportunity to go all the time. And he wanted to provide this for our students who, for many of them, they don't get the opportunities because of the limited resources in their families. And so I believe that he pursued members of the community and city officials and got donations to pay for the entire 5th grade class, about 90 students, to go to Disney World the Saturday after the last day of school, which was June 2nd. So it was an honor. It was just great for the kids to go at no cost. It was a surprise to them. We had their promotion ceremony on the 31st. Of course, parents came, and we told them at that time, and we had permission slips ready. We told the parents, all you need to do is bring them Saturday morning, give them a couple dollars to buy something in Disney. Meals were taken care of, and we provided shirts as identifiers, and that we were going to take the babies to Disney World and have a great time. And that's what we did. And Attorney Brown, as well as Chief Williams and another city official, joined us as chaperones, and we had teachers and staff members that accompanied the students, and we just had a great time. And it was a wonderful experience. I am so thankful for Attorney Brown, city members, city representatives of yourself for really helping our kids have that once in a lifetime experience.
One of the things that I pride myself on and wanting to make sure that we understand that the greatest gift that we can give to children is education, exposure, experience, and opportunity.
Yes.
And I think that that was a great opportunity for them to travel outside of the city, for them to have that surprise. That's always wonderful. But let's talk a little bit about the hard work that West Riviera put into the children during the school year for preparation of testing.
Yes.
Share with us about that.
Probably I can say that we did a lot of work. Teachers had to work a lot harder than they probably ever worked because we were in a position that we had to move the school during the 17-18 school year. The grade had to move. So we devised a structure to teach ELA, math, and science. And it was very structured, very regimented. We did a lot of monitoring. We supported the teachers. We directed them. Also, we worked with the students. One thing that I told the students on a daily basis is that they were smart, intelligent, highly capable, well trained. And I just spoke that constantly. And I spoke to the teachers and staff that we will achieve B status, but we have to put this work in on the front end. And that's what we did. We had to push ourselves as adults. We had to push the children because I knew the 3rd day that I was there at West Riv that the kids were capable, that they could perform. If they can learn to use all of the technological machinery, devices, if they can learn every song, a lyric, they can learn academics. So we set high expectations for the students, for ourselves. We put extra work in. We worked long hours. We worked beyond contract time because we were devoted to the children. And I can proudly say that we went from a 4-year D to a B. And it happened in 7 months because we started testing in March.
Well, all things are possible.
Yes.
All things are
Yes.
possible. And on behalf of the mayor and city council, we want to congratulate West Riv for that tremendous accomplishment. We stand ready as a city to help you in any manner that we can. We want to partnership with you. West Riv sits in the heart of District 3, and I am so happy to be that representative for that school. Understanding the hard work, the dedication, and the commitment that you and your team have for those students, it is just to be commendable. And we just wish you super success moving forward. In the last 2 minutes that we have, is there anything that you would like to share about West Riviera that we have not touched upon thus far?
I just want everyone in the community, the county, the state of Florida, the nation to know that some of the smartest kids come right out of that 33404 community and neighborhood. And when the adults are committed to helping the children attain their best in education and in being a productive citizen, that all things are possible. I am so grateful that we attained B status, but the A is on the way because my children at West Riviera are highly capable, intelligent, skilled, well-trained, and we are going to continue to speak greatness into them so that they can achieve. Right there in my population of 600 kids, we have doctors, lawyers, engineers, nurses, teachers, college professors, and we are going to help them to realize those careers even in elementary school.
Absolutely. Well, you left off one very important career, elected official.
Yes, yes,
we have
yes,
those.
yes. Oh, yes, I definitely have.
Absolutely.
I definitely have some officials, some student leaders.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
So what can we expect in the last minute that we have? What can we expect going into the 2018-2019 school year outside of getting to the A? What else can we look forward to at West Riv?
This year we are going to really put a concerted effort in to continue to progress our instruction in pre-K. 3 and 4-year-olds that enter kindergarten. Also, we're putting a heavy emphasis on K through 2 instruction because we know that accountability for our state is at the 3rd through 5th grade level at the elementary school. The better the students are prepared and if they have the foundational skills pre-K through 2, the better they will enter the accountability grade. So we're really going to push hard with our pre-K through 2nd grade students, as well as promote a love of reading for literacy. We want to get our kids reading. We want to get them disciplined to read and just try to encourage them to read as much as they can.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Principal Brown, for joining us on this inaugural edition of the Principal's Corner. We look forward to sharing more information later in the year about West Riviera and its great progress. And again, on behalf of the Mayor and City Council of the City of Riviera Beach, we congratulate you on the progress that you've made, and we will look forward to greater things for the students of Riviera Beach. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will be joined by Principal Katrina Granger of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary. Please stay with us.
puppy. Nailed it.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework. I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
1 in 5 children struggle with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to understood.org.
Welcome back to the Principal's Corner. And joining me now is Principal Katrina W. Granger of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's such a
Councilwoman.
pleasure.
It is an honor. I'm excited to talk about my school.
Oh, wonderful. Well, please take a few moments and share with us your experience and your journey to Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary.
I am a homegrown girl committed to education and helping others. Didn't really understand that as a child. And it was shared with me by an older neighborhood lady who saw something in me I didn't see in myself. So I started out in social service, helping families, and really wanted to start with our younger children and was introduced to education. And I've been there ever since, pushing on 30 years.
Wow. Wow. Now, you held a position in the district prior to becoming a principal. Share a little bit about that.
So I started out in special education, working with students who are receiving education through special education classes, supporting those students and their families, and branched out into administration in the same area of exceptional student education. From there, I was able to work with alternative education, those school-age children in need of a smaller setting for academics, social emotional, and to adjust their behavior. From alternative education, moved into the area office, serving families and communities in the North area. And finally, where I am now, at Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary School as principal. So I started out focused on one campus, then my journey took me in a broader sense to serve the district, and now I'm back focused on a particular school campus.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Well, tell us a little bit about the number of students that you serve and the curriculum that you've designed to help them reach their personal and educational potential.
Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary School is a community school serving about 600 students, pre-K to 5th grade. We are launching our 3-year-old pre-K program this August, and we're excited about that because now we are going to have a continuum of 3-year-olds to 5th grade. Every student, or as we refer to them as scholars, every scholar on campus is receiving a very personalized, individualized level of instruction in reading, writing, math, science, social studies, and social, emotional, or character. We utilize a hybrid of materials to teach the content to the scholars based on their instructional level, but at the same time keeping our goal and mission in mind. Our mission is to make sure every scholar is reading at grade level, on grade level. So starting with our pre-K department, it is not babysitting, it's not daycare, they're not playing all day. It is a very structured learning environment where they're exposed to the curriculum, the Florida standards, and they're expected to demonstrate those skills and interest in reading and math, those beginning skills, emergent skills to become strong readers, mathematicians, scientists. And then we're preparing them to transition into kindergarten and further into the elementary grades. So this continuum of learning starts at pre-K, and we're preparing scholars for life. We are, of course, dedicated to educating the elementary aged child and transitioning them to middle school to be successful at high school and college or in the workforce, but we are so committed to making sure the foundation is strong. And so with that being said, we're literally changing a generation. We're changing the approach to learning the approach to reading, the approach to being dedicated to expanding experiences and expanding the mind, developing a love for reading. So I always share with families, the entire household is in school. We need the parents, guardians, family members to all play a very important role in the education of that scholar. From preparing that child to enter school, making sure they're completing their homework, they're prepared for school, to coming to the school for parent conferences. It is truly a family affair at Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary School.
Let's go back to pre-K and your 3-year-olds. What's the process for those children to become enrolled? How do they connect with Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary?
So we're simply looking for families with boys and girls who have turned 3 years of age and are ready for a rigorous learning environment. So they'll simply come to the school and complete the registration application, and we'll get them started with the other documents, their birth certificate, immunization, and just walk them through the entire process so their child can be enrolled and get started on our campus.
So the applications are available at the school. Are they available anywhere else throughout the city that a parent can access them if they are not available to come to the school during the hours of operation?
They're also available on the school district website, palmbeachschools.org. It is the same generic application that's used for registration in any grade level. So it's readily available.
Okay. Well, let's talk back to school. How can parents and students be prepared going into this new school year that's upcoming?
So the first step is for parents and guardians to be informed of the standards and the expectations of the school environment. We are conducting an open house. As a matter of fact, we're going to have a new student and family orientation that's going to be held on August 4th. And at that time, we'll share information concerning the Florida standards and all of the expectations for the various grade levels and content areas. So parents can now start having the conversation with their child, reminding them of the fact that school is coming, that they're going to be supporting them the entire school year. They're partnering with them. They're proud of them. They're going to have a successful year. And then parents would prepare those documents, completing the registration form, making sure their child receives a physical, that their shot records are up to date, and all of those components that are important. It's time to do school supply shopping. However, we encourage our parents just to purchase the basic supplies, composition books, pencils, and pens, because we partner with so many businesses and individuals to provide those resources and supplies to our scholars. So the first step is for parents to have conversations, positive conversations with their child concerning education and learning. And then preparing their child by just purchasing some basic school supplies and being ready to come over to the school for orientation, meeting the teacher, and showing their excitement about the new school year so their child is excited as well. It is a family affair.
It is a family affair at Bethune Elementary. So talk to us about your team, the team that you've assembled to help you carry out the goals and objectives of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary.
Well, my team is dynamic. We're talking about a team of individuals who are committed and passionate about educating our scholars. The men and women serving on the team, of course, are so dedicated that they work beyond their duty hours. Many of them are residents of the community and really have their hands on the pulse of the community. So they're not removed from the community, they're actually a part of the community. So the team is composed of a dynamic brand new assistant principal on the campus, Mr. Harris. We're so happy to have Larry Harris. as our assistant principal, comes with great experience in math, as well as serving in the regional office. We also have an individual with years of experience with literacy and reading and being able to move students in a very positive way in their love for reading. And she's a part of our team, Mrs. Moreland. We are fantastic. The pre-K team is over the top. We have fantastic teachers and paras and a director for that particular program. Our exceptional student education coordinator and department chair. I mean, it's a fabulous team. Fabulous, educated, energized. They're people of excellence, and we're ready to go. We're ready to move the school. We're ready to make a greater impact in the community. Our theme and commitment is to believe, build, and bloom. We believe that every scholar can and will learn. We're building the capacity of every scholar on campus as well as the faculty and staff. And then our final product, or the bloom, is our data, which shows our work is effective, it's efficient and rigorous, and we're seeing some positive results.
Well, your excitement makes me want to come over and join the team.
Come on and join the team.
In our final minutes, is there anything that you would like to share with our viewers that we have not touched upon thus far?
I want to emphasize the importance of parents, guardians, and family members. We are building a dynamic group of volunteers on campus and looking for business partners, professionals, parents, just individuals with a love and a passion for public education. So just inviting folks to come on over and take a look at the work and consider partnering with us.
So school starts when?
So the first day of school for our faculty and staff is Monday, August 6th, and our scholars will arrive bright and early on Monday, August 13th.
My goodness, the summer just started and already it's over.
Yes,
but it sounds to me that you and your team have prepared an amazing curriculum and environment for our children.
We are excited.
We are looking forward. Before we go, let's talk about the school grades were released. Where did Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary fall out in the grades?
So we maintained our C grade.
Okay.
We're a very strong C.
Okay.
And our goal for the coming school year is to be a B school according to Florida standards.
And how will you get to B?
So that is going to be, our team is very focused on rigorous and relevant learning. Our curriculum, professional development for the team, the instructional team, and we're also offering for all of our classrooms in 2nd through 5th grade what we call a double down method of instruction. That means in every classroom, in 2nd through 5th grade, we will have 2 adults in the classroom, a classroom teacher and an academic tutor, and we're able to provide small group instruction throughout the entire school day. So it makes it a very personalized level of instruction every day for every content area.
Thank you, Principal Granger, for joining us today on this inaugural edition of the Principal's Corner. And I want to thank you on behalf of the Mayor and City Council, along with your team, for the wonderful job that you are doing for the children of Riviera Beach.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to serve.
Thank you. It's our pleasure. And thank you for watching. Please make sure to tune in for the next edition of the Principal's Corner. Good night.